Friends, I welcome you all to the session on business ethics. This subject is offered by the university for the second sem BBA as open electives. As you studied in the previous sem, one such subject, open electives, by name corporate governance. The continuation of that is prescribed in the second SEM syllabus under the caption or title Business Ethics. This is for uh, 2 hours per week as like corporate governance the previous SEM. Total 24 hours in a semester, and the final total marks allotted per subject 50 total, for which in which a university conducts exam for 40 marks and 10 marks internal. For this internal, as like a previous SEM, you will have tests, assignments, and sometimes presentations also. As we are in the new normal situation due to the pandemic COVID-19, we are in lockdown, so the classes are on online mode. Students, I appeal to you that don't neglect the classes by understanding the difficulty of the students, specifically of government college, to come online with the net connectivity and data. We plan to have the online stream classes rarely, and most of the time we'll prepare video. Along with that, you will be supplied with the study materials, which is in brief. Students, as I told, this subject consists of two modules. One is on business ethics and second one on corporate social responsibility, popularly called as CSR. Out of which I will take only 1 hour per week. In the sense, weekly we will get one video for a session, and the other 1 hour will be handled by Asmat ma'am, and for the other section both the hours held by madam. So we plan to share one each module. First module, that is on business ethics, will be handled by Asmat, and the second module CSR will be by me. In the sense, you will have 2 hours weekly. Probably will get 2 videos on 2 sessions regularly in a week. But madam may send you the material and video a little bit later to avoid confusion in you. This subject is shared by both of us, and the second module will be handled by me. Students, you know the details of business, starting with the first few business studies, then continued in second year, and more elaborately in SEM 1. BBA SEM 1, you had a subject maybe like management and corporate governance and business organization, wherein you studied a lot about the business. And you know, business, if carry only one and sole objective of profit maximization. It is like, it may be like living for eating, but eating just for living. For the long run sustenance, I can say for the sustainable growth, no doubt business need to have profit. Along with this profit maximization objective, it need to carry lot of other activities. One such initiative by the business concerns or corporates today will be CSR. As name says, the corporate social responsibility. As you know, every business which exists and operates in the society, it has an obligation to be discharged towards all the stakeholders in this society. Hence, we can say business today is no longer only for a maximization of profit. And as I told, it exists and operates for number of reasons. Number of reasons to satisfy all the stakeholders. Stakeholders are those who have the interest in the affairs of any business, starting with the shareholders or owners, suppliers, creditors, financiers, government, then maybe a student even, and society. Out of all this, more precisely, the greater obligation of any corporate houses will be to meet the welfare of the society. You see, the business which operates in the environment or in the society and which borrows lot of resources from the nature as well as from the society. From the nature, you can say natural resources, and from the society, obviously, it is a human resource. And when business utilizes the resources from the nature, both organic and inorganic, it is indebted to the society as well as to the environment. So, it need to discharge and fulfill the obligations and expectations of all these stakeholders. So, business is not an end in itself, as we know, or you studied maybe the first few, where the objectives of business before the forms of business different business organization study. And business is not an end in itself, in the sense it is not just starting a business for earning and just concentrating business. As I told, in order to have a long run survival, that is called sustainable development, it need to meet the obligations and expectations of all stakeholders. So, business will be a only means to achieve the goal for any businessman. And see, this business, as I told, there is a reciprocal relationship. Business borrows from society, it is indebted to the society, so it needs to give back to the society, and no business will run and succeed in isolation. Like with a human being, you can just think, can you live alone and in isolation without depending anybody else? Friends, it is impossible, right? So, with a human being, to fulfill and have a lovely and peaceful life and fruitful life, we need to interact, we need to depend, we need to transact with a lot of other people. Like any business need to interact with the society. Then you see in the society, uh, in or in environment, you can say business is one body or entity, another, and society. And why business? As you know, business is nothing but producing and distributing goods and services for the profit. Yeah, or it is that part of economic activity is concerned with the production and distribution of goods and services. So ultimate aim, no doubt, it is to earn profit. For whom? The manufacturing and distribution of goods and services for whom? Whoever needed. The persons or individuals who borrow are called as a consumers. So in this, no doubt, business interacts with the society, and in that society, it has a environment or different parties. One within the business, another one outside, external to the business. See, business, society, and consumer. The business need to fulfill and meet the expectation of other parties also. Some internals like shareholders, I told, employees, shareholders are interested in profit or return on their investment. Employees, no doubt, salary, incentives, or total welfare, or timely payment of all such benefits. And suppliers who wish to get their money as promised in time. When financial institutions who supply credit, I mean loan or financiers provide capital, or I can say debt, are interested in repayment of the principal amount as well as timely payment of interest. And in the external, there is a government. You see, government has a lot of lays down or carries a lot of regulations and monitors, and business has to follow it and fulfill or comply all those guidelines, like maybe tax pay and law. Law in the sense, you say business be must have a legal objective, legality. So it can carry, or you can carry, or such business firms can carry only those which are legal. Illegal and which are detrimental to the public cannot be done. Then the social interest. Social interest, whatever that people expect. Other than these, you see, we may not, the students or the faculty and all such people may not come, or I can say all other persons who are still interested in the business can be called as a social interest. So this sort of relationship exists, or interaction exists between business and society, and hence it need to fulfill all the objectives of the or expectations of business. So now we shall move on to the meaning of corporate social responsibility. As I told, business need to fulfill the obligations of various stakeholders, as shown in the previous chart, and within which it has to fulfill the responsibilities towards the discharge the responsibility towards the society. As you know, there is a concept called triple bottom line. The bottom line is nothing but profit. As you know, the profit left, or net profit left after paying meeting all expenses and even paying tax, must go to owners, I mean shareholders. And this profit is not just to the employees, owner or employer, because it is not only the result of owners or employers' effort, where employees also cost their sweat because of their labor. So employees are paid salary, no doubt, but whatever profit left, that is a portion must be shared. So bonus act has come. You might have heard about a minimum bonus in case of profit earning organization. At least 8.33% bonus must be given. So bonus to the employees is nothing but share of profit over and above their remuneration. Then the third element in the profit, say profit to, that is economic profit to the owner, share of profit to the employees, and other portion of profit must be used for the environment, maybe to conserve the resources, or to protect the environment, or to protect the planet Earth. See, that portion of profit which has to be used for the benefit of or welfare of the society as well as for the environment, or for maintain the ecology of the earth, or say environment, is called CSR. So CSR, or so say corporate social responsibility, here onwards called as a, we take it as a CSR, is a broad concept that can take any of the form or many forms depending on the company, and it differs. I said the corporate CSR initiative of company, some may have, say, establish forestry and have greenery, and may contribute to the production of oxygen and all. Some may start a school and give education to the people of the neighboring place. Some may construct a road for the village where it carries business or people surrounding them. Or some may donate or give charity, philanthropy. Or some, may contribute, as you know, that Jindal has come and Tata's, and recently Tata Ratan, yes, Tata has announced or made a policy that they will pay salary, full salary, to the dependents of those who lost their life due to COVID-19. See there. So from the time immemorial, these corporates or business houses is to spend certain portion of money towards the welfare of the society and for the upgradation of environment, or to protect the environment from pollution and all. But recently the act has been enacted 2010, and as per that, at least 2.5% of net profit must be spent on CSR. So there is an obligation now, there is a law, but earlier it was not there. So it differs and depends from one industry or company to another. And corporate social responsibility is how companies manage their business process, see, to produce an overall positive impact on the society. Positive impact on the society in the sense the business need to create a good image, goodwill, that is nothing but goodwill. So recently you might have heard about the recruitment drive of MRPL, and where they have not considered anything of preference to the local, and because of protest and negotiation with some political leaders, recently they agreed to postpone it. We don't know what they do, but as for the memorandum of the understanding between government and MRPL, that it will give employment to land losers in the surrounding place of MRPL, but they are not kept it up, means they fail to fulfill the promise. So now, by doing a good work, they can create or impact, positive impact. Jindal, a lot of such corporates come forward during the difficult time by giving donations and charities. And more corporate social responsibility is a meaning, it is self-regulating business model that helps a company be socially accountable. Accountable means ಅಕೌಂಟೇಬಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರಬಲ್ ಉತ್ತರದಾಯಿತು. ಟು ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಅದು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತದೆ, ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಂದ ಸೇವೆ ತಗೊಳ್ತದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅದು ವಾಪಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಟು ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ದೆನ್ ಟು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್, maybe owners and all those interested parties, and to the public. Then some call it as CSR, corporate social responsibility, as a sacrificing of profits. Sacrifice of profit, as I told, a triple bottom line, TPL. Portion of profit to owners may be major portion after tax, portion to the employees as a bonus and for such incentives and for their welfare. Even training and development may come there, and portion on the society. So sacrifice of profit by whom? The owners, for the society and environment. So beyond the compliance means now there is a law, ಕಾನೂನು ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಾಯ್ದೆಗೆ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವರ ಇಷ್ಟದ ಹಾಗೆ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ want to have ethical practices, and to be ethical and to observe moral standards in its activities, definitely it takes up some social projects. So social political movement, CSR called a social political movement, and laws won't focus on director's duties. Laws own ಕಾನೂನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್, nothing but board of directors, representative shareholders. Definition, different authors have given different definition. Few are given here. The social responsibility of business encompasses, includes the economic, legal, ethical and discretionary. Discretionary expectations that society has of organization at a given point of time, as Carl 1979 he has given. And Keith Davis, he has authored books on management topics. Defined CSR as social responsibility refers to the businessmen, means owners, decisions and actions taken for reasons of least partiality, is impartial, beyond the firm's direct economic to technical interest. According to Lord Holm and Richard Watts, CSR is the continued commitment by a business to behave ethically. See, ethics is something which is tainted with morality, and contribute to economic development while improving the quality of life of the workforce that's employed and their families, as well as of the local community and society at large. It is self-explanatory. Now the next topic, nature of corporate social responsibility, features. It is economic responsibility. Economic responsibility in the sense, firms have obligations, or corporate houses have obligations to spend on the economic activities. Larger economic responsibility is extended towards the country for the development. You see, that is each business contributes the gross domestic product, GDP. Then legal responsibility. All economic activities and businesses are to be based on legal formalities. So law is supreme. They have to follow all legal rules, starting from constitutional within, it should be permitted in the constitution. Then maybe Companies Act, and lot of, like I said, fleet of laws are there for the formation. Even for establishment or setting up of their business, they need to take lot of license and such permissions and NOCs and all. Even from starting with the local authority, maybe panchayat or municipality, till the environment board, and lot many. So fulfilling that, and ethical responsibility, as you know, ethics. Say, I'll give an example. See, ethics indicates we can't say will do business without harming anybody. So here ethics in business is less harm. When they carry a manufacturing process, no doubt it emits carbon dioxide. But by adopting certain measures, they can reduce the quantity of carbon dioxide. When they involve in manufacturing and such a process, there will be effluents, I mean wastage, industrial waste. That waste has to be treated, either ash in case of say thermal projects. When they burn coal, ash will be will get remain at the end as a sludge, or any such industries, they can't straight away dump on the environment. They have to treat them, maybe sometime wastewater. They can recycle it, and that water can be used for some purposes other than drinking purpose. And by treating waste, sometimes they can generate electricity, or sometimes they can manufacture manures or fertilizers and all. Like see, when there was a proposal of establishing Cogentrix, a thermal power project at Nandipur, the people, including environment and scientists, opposed, because they had the idea of dumping ash produced by the process of manufacturing electricity by burning coal on in the Western Ghat. And when environment and other protested, they say, no, we will construct a big pit center like a well and we treat them. Again, it is a detrimental, I can say, danger to the environment, and finally people of the area did not allow that company to come up. So even sometimes a nuclear project is danger, you see. So it is a less harm or do good. Ethics in the sense do good. See, again it is a subjective, personal. A person who takes bribe may feel that it is right for him. Even person who give bribe for making some favor also feel bribing is good. But you say bribing is not, or it is bad and illegal and all. But who practice, they may like doing less harm. You can say doing less harm. Then philanthropic responsibility, that is giving help like a charity. So it is the least responsibility where corporates can act upon with the options. So now whatever they are doing, so charity and other philanthropy activities are now in India, are not new in India. From the time immemorial it is happening, and now you have live examples in front of your eyes during this COVID pandemics. So big age-old corporations like Tata, Birla and New Age, Wipro, Infosys are corporates where a number of activities are undertaken for the welfare and well-being of the society. You see, if you take this all, even they say supply computers and such gadgets to schools and all. They construct toilets for the schools. They develop some I can say gardens or park for the benefit of children and all. Totally giving charity to the difficult who is in need of money, or any such philanthropy may be their objective or their initiative. So this is all about the first session. Thank you.